Hi, everybody. Welcome to episode 5 of an interview with someone you do not know. And tonight we have a special guest, so let me get right into bringing them in. Hello, Liberty Red.
Hello.
Viewers, this is Liberty Red. You can find her in the comment sections of my Telegram and my Gab. And she is a well-versed patriot. She's been around for a while in the truth community, and I am so glad to have her on tonight. How are you doing tonight, Liberty?
Doing well. It's a beautiful day in the Pacific Northwest. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. You are doing
Okay.
in the Pacific Northwest. Now that is a tough area to be a patriot in.
Woo! You got that right. That is for sure.
We have a lot of patriots from that area. Actually, I just did an interview with someone from the Pacific Northwest up in Canada, from near Vancouver. And ironically enough, I am in contact with a lot of people from that area. So there must be just a small area that turns that area blue. And there's probably a majority of people like you over there that's doing everything they can to try to flip it red. And so, all right, so I have to get right into this. I love your decorations in the background.
Thank you. I appreciate that. It's my fitness classroom, my exercise classroom.
Which one of those flags in the back is your favorite?
Which one is my favorite? The middle one. It gives me the right to own all the rest of them.
Yeah.
And fly them.
That's a great answer. I see you have two special guests back there.
Absolutely. I have President Trump and the imposter.
I have to. Is that something you get custom ordered, or like how do you get a cardboard cutout of Trump? Like,
I'm a really lucky kid, I guess. My husband ordered it for his office before the election, and when all the stuff went crazy, it kind of got pushed aside in the office, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I need this at home, honey. Bring it home. And so it wouldn't fit in my car. I actually tried to put it in my car, and like legit, I tried everything, and then pretty soon I just snuck it into his truck, and I'm like, please bring it home. So yeah, now he lives in my kitchen most of the time. Inspiration.
Now, I'm imagining you standing in a line somewhere, holding that, trying to get it signed by Trump. That would be an epic. That would be an epic.
I'm going to be one of Trump's chosen ones. He's choosing somebody to bring to his first rally back, and he's paying for flight and airfare. So you know what? I donated. Wink, wink.
All right, so,
I'm going to be chosen.
So that was through his email. His email updates?
The donation that I made, donations that I make. Yeah, I have a standing donation that goes to his camp. And then also because I'm part of that, I get emails and text messages. And so one text message I just couldn't resist. And, totally I'm taking it and I'm going to get it signed. Absolutely.
All right. I normally ask who I'm interviewing what they have in their pockets.
I have no pockets.
You're our first guest that has no pockets.
No pockets, but I have a necklace I could talk about.
Talk about it.
It's the Punisher.
Oh, sweet.
If you can see, it's the Punisher, and then the other little term, it's 17.
Does that start conversations?
Sometimes it does, yes. Just today, I was in Build-A-Bear with my kid. She wanted some normalcy. She so badly wanted to Build-A-Bear. And so I took her. However, man, you have to wear their mask, one of their paper masks. And I was like, guys, have you been paying attention to the news? Because there's a certain Fauci that released a bunch of information that we should all go read.
Now, your state is still mandating it, or is this up to the individual businesses there?
This particular business is requiring all people to wear a mask at all times. So Build-A-Bear, we won't be going again because I didn't know that rule when I walked in, obviously. But my kid was super heart set on that Build-A-Bear. We haven't had a normal time in year and a half now. We've all been in this situation. So we went ahead and did but the whole time I was talking about Dr. Science Fiction and trying to get people to go and look at the information. It's amazing how hard it is to get people to just go open the uncensored browser and maybe make a comparison to Google by comparison. Make a comparison for yourself and then start searching the information and see what, there's so much to be read.
All right. I have a live chat, and I'm going to talk to them real quick. While I'm continuing this interview with Liberty Red here, if you guys want to drop any interesting questions in the chat, I might be able to catch up to them later in a bit. Liberty, you said you are a fitness instructor.
Yes, I teach exercise.
All right. Can you show us a move or a pose? Show us something.
I actually lift, so I could go pick up my dumbbells.
Yes.
I have from 40-pound dumbbells to, here, I'm not picking them up, I'm lazy. But if you look over there, oh, look at all my sunflowers. On this side over here, I have an entire weightlifting system. I have vests. I have an eagle, because every good workout has an eagle watching over them. But I have from 3s all the way up to 40s. I have these one guys, and they're called fat grips. They change the way that your hand actually holds that dumbbell, makes the bar a little bit thicker. So it activates more of the muscle fiber. Yeah, I got all kinds of stuff.
All right, you hear that, viewers? You are now being educated. You didn't know you would be being educated tonight, but now you know a little bit.
Exercise is my jam. I'm 42 years old, and I've been teaching exercise for about 6 years now. But prior to that, I started exercising at 16 years old. And throughout my life, it's saved my ass numerous times. Sometimes because of the size of my ass, and other times because it's therapy. It's therapy for your brain.
Well, not just your ass, but you look great for 42 years old.
Thanks. Thank you. I do have 3 kids. I have adult children. One of them is a liberal. It is so painful. So all the parents, anyone that's looking at me right now and has a liberal child, I feel your pain. It hurts. Absolutely.
I'd like to get into a little bit about how our guests went into their awakening process, because not all of it has been recently. And so there's always a bunch of different events throughout one's life that attribute to what we call the Great Awakening we're going through right now. Could you talk a little bit about maybe some of these events that you went through in your life?
So, yes, absolutely. I'm a fitness instructor, as we just discussed, and so I was teaching at the time, Pound Rock Out Workout, which later canceled me. Another story for another time. Censorship's terrible. But I was teaching this class, and I'm doing fundraisers with it, raising money for human trafficking. And as I'm going through these fundraisers, I would daily go find facts about human trafficking to share with my advertisement or my marketing to get people to join me. And as I'm doing that, I'm discovering all the things that President Trump had done to end the horrific practice of human trafficking. He had done more than anyone else, and he speaks and he stands, and that's the kind of person that I am. And so I was drawn to him for that reason. I did not vote for him in 2016. A lot of people did, and kudos to them for seeing it early. I was not into politics at all. I have never been into politics. Another discussion we all need to have for another time. We need to be paying attention because that's how this happens, what's happening in our world. But I was fundraising for human trafficking, and I just discovered so much. And then later, as I further went into this, somebody sent me, I believe it's Follow the Cabal, or one of those movies that was the final, like, red pill, if you will.
Now, you took your fight to social media, correct?
Absolutely. I've been fighting on social media. Facebook, I had a page of 14 years. I was formerly a model and casino dealer in Vegas. So I had quite a big following on Facebook. And my 14-year page, I kind of hoarded that one to the side, and I would make little off pages because I knew what they would get shut down. And one day I finally did get my 14-year page shut down for speaking truth.
Can you let our viewers know where they can find you? And I'll go ahead and put these links in the description box of the video after we get done here as well.
Absolutely. You can find me right now. I'm on TikTok. On TikTok, you can find me at Q Liberty Red. So, you know, the good old number Q Liberty Red. And then my other page, I have two on there. Shh, shh, backup page. Shh. That one is at Trump's Side. So it has two S's in the middle. Looks kind of funny, but at Trump's Side. And you can also find me on Gab. On Gab, I am at Liberty Red, MeWe, what are the others? And on up, all of them, I have secured the name at Liberty Red. In fact, on Trump's future site, when that one goes up, find me there. That's going to be the one to be on. I am going to be at Liberty Red on that one as well. So find me at Liberty Red.
All right, so that's you said something about being a model and being down near Las Vegas. Now, something I've noticed in my 3.5 years of working in the Q community, there was something I was doing back in the day called the Q Angels. And that's because I noticed that there was actually a lot of women that were in the modeling industry or in the near Hollywood industries that were coming out to support Donald Trump when the mainstream media tried to make it seem like there was zero support of women for Donald Trump. And my best guess would be that you were actually close to some of these human and sex trafficking operations,
Absolutely.
enough to have it be like finally someone is going to start doing something about this. Am I close?
Absolutely. You know, being in Vegas, there's a lot of crazy that happens there. There's the good fun crazy, don't get me wrong. But I lived there for enough time to know that there's a very dark underbelly there that you definitely want to stay away from. So yeah.
All right, so we have if you were walking down the road and you had a little like pet Rottweiler that you kept on a spiked collared leash, and a blue car drove by and they yelled something out the window, would you yell back?
Absolutely, the rebuttal honk. I do it in my car too. When I drive and somebody honks at me, I honk back. Even if they're just being an asshole, I'm like, oh, we're saying hi? Beep, beep. Okay, I'm in.
Excellent. There is, what was your best part of your day today? What was your favorite part of the day today? I mean, like you brought up the Build-A-Bear, but there has to be a better part of your day today.
You know, the best part of my day today, waking up, guys. Waking up every day, and the world is a very beautiful place if you choose to see it. And sometimes the world we're around, these people that we're around, are not as beautiful as the world can be. So waking up with my family is a beautiful place to be, and I'm really lucky for that.
Amen. Are you a breakfast person?
I am a breakfast person, absolutely, but only if we're eating out. If
Yeah.
I have to cook, I am not eating breakfast. And yeah, fend for yourself. There's cereal in the cabinet.
I used to, I worked in the food service industry for about 20 years. And being a short order breakfast cook is something that really no cooks wanted to be. And I ended up going ahead and doing that for a number of years just because people said it was difficult, and I tend to like want to experience like of everything. So that's why I asked if you're a breakfast person or not. What's your favorite breakfast then? If you could order anything you wanted for breakfast.
Steak and eggs.
You're a steak ribeye then, right?
Yeah, steak and eggs, some hash browns.
And how do you
Eggs
like it?
over medium.
Over medium eggs?
Yeah.
That's very
Oh,
rare. You're like that's like below 5% of the people I cooked for like the over medium eggs.
and toast with
Oh.
lots of butter. You would never guess, but butter, please. More butter on the eggs, more butter on the potatoes.
Butter makes everything better.
It really does.
Like my secret ingredient for cooking steak is just butter and salt and pepper. Like literally, that's
Yeah.
all you need to make a mouth-watering, delicious steak.
Super simple.
Also, when I get up in the mornings, I have trouble eating. If I eat right when I get up, I almost feel like I have an upset stomach. So I actually don't eat until like about lunch or brunch time, I guess. It's kind of
Yeah, yeah.
interesting. So it might seem like a dumb question asking if you're a breakfast person or not, but it's just coming from my perspective. I don't know what it is about it, but I can't handle it. Now, have you heard about Megapalooza?
I absolutely have. I have a room booked or a cabin.
Excellent.
I have a cabin.
Uh,
It's in the Lynn and Feather.
no, we're not going to talk
Hmm. My
about that.
bad. My bad.
I'm so glad you actually got the name wrong, so I don't have to worry about it.
Damn. Yeah, I
Um,
am staying somewhere over there, and it's in a cabin, and I'm super excited. I still have to book tickets, but I'm waiting a little bit to
book
see if any other.
tickets. Oh, that's because you're traveling. Gotcha.
I'm coming from.
I'm like, I'm not selling tickets. What do you need to book tickets for?
Well, I gotta book the airplane tickets, and then I also would have to rent a car. See.
We have. You're familiar with who Jim Watkins is?
Yes.
All right, so I invited him over, and I invited him twice, and he seems like he's going to be there as well. I've talked to him
That's
about
exciting.
he used to be a yoga instructor.
Ooh.
And so I told him that we're going to have a fitness instructor there as well. So I might have to get you two to lead us in some sort of morning beachside uh,
Yeah.
fitness slash yoga, which is something I've never really even tried. So don't laugh at me when I try it, but
Oh
I
no, I
can't
have
wait.
one that I could teach and you would enjoy. There on Wednesday mornings I actually teach a body weight class. So we work out for 30 minutes and it focuses on mobility, stability, and flexibility. So it's 30 minutes. That's like 10 minutes per section here. But we work on quality of life type stuff. And so it fits right into yoga in that respect.
All right, so before we go, one last question. It's not even a question. Let our viewers know what you have going on in your life and what you're looking forward to.
What I have going on in my life? I have a garden. All this nonsense in the world has made me a little bit scared for food and stuff. So it never hurts to have some food growing around. I have an orchard with 9 trees, and I have 9 blueberry bushes, 5 cantaloupe plants, and I have a whole bunch of corn. I've learned to grow my own food, and I think that's really an incredible skill that we're not taught in schools, and it's probably something we should all be working on, if for no other reason that if you have an abundance of one plant, you could always be like to your neighbor, hey, look, I got this. What you got? Can we share? Want to switch? You never know what tomorrow will bring, and it's a good idea to always be growing something.
I'm an avid forager, so there's always something going on in the garden we call
Yeah,
the forest.
absolutely.
All right, so say goodbye to our viewers, and then I'm gonna finish out the video. And thank you for coming on tonight.
It's my pleasure, and it's such a pleasure to make acquaintance with all of the Patriots, and I'm so happy to be fighting this battle with you. Man, every day when I pass you guys on the battlefield, you guys rock. So thank you for the fight, and thank you for the support, because sometimes it's challenging. I know you know.
All right, you have a great evening.
Have a great day.
Okay, everybody watching at home, that was episode 5 of an interview with someone you don't know. Now it is someone you do know, so we'll never be able to have Liberty Red on again. At least not on this episode. And until next time, make sure you're continuing to do the patriotic thing in your community, whatever that is. We have to get out and start doing and start being active. So maybe it's a good thing that we're going to have a fitness instructor down at Megapaloozas to get our blood flowing and get us ready to be active in our community. All right, so everybody, you guys have a great night, and I'll catch you next time.